Earlier in the show, we told you about a DeKalb County school facing criticism, and that is putting it mildly. It's for pictures of hairstyles they say are, quote, appropriate and, quote, inappropriate for students of color. The conversation about the issues took off on social media, and we asked, should schools be allowed to dictate how students style their hair? So take a look at the bottom of your screen. 89% of you say no. Ron and Aisha here now. What do you guys say?
I really think it was done in poor taste and just sort of thrown out there. It seems like the mom who posted it was a little bit taken aback by it. Yeah. Hair has such a long history in our country, and especially with black people. When so to just throw that up there, it seems like it should have been more of a conversation and more thought. Look at the responses, right? People had a lot to say about it, so a discussion was warranted for sure.
Yeah. And you had some responses on your page. I know you posted about it. So what did some of the people say?
So ironically, some of the comments on my page actually agreed with the school policy. Let's take a look here at this comment from Steve Locke. He says they have rules. It's simple and plain. They also outperform the other schools in the area when it comes to learning, and that's what parents should be worried about, in my opinion. Steve is from Atlanta and says, hey, keep it tight.
Yeah. And, you know, on my Facebook page, I would say 90% of the folks there say that they disagree with that policy, that it should not be, that it should be changed, because they're more concerned about labeling these kids as appropriate or inappropriate. Matter of fact, I spoke with a guy on Facebook, on my Facebook page, that's Ronald Lighton, and he says, I'm more concerned about why are there only black children being depicted in that photograph? Are there other races of children whom are subject to this type of discrimination? So yeah, we only see black kids up there in the pictures, but what if there's Asian kids? What if they're East Indian kids, or what if they're white kids?
I think that's the point, though, that the same kind of scrutiny is not held with kids of other races. From what we saw in Hope's piece, where there were other situations around the country where this kind of scrutiny falls generally upon African American children.
But you did get some more information on the makeup of the school administration, which is also important to point out.
Absolutely. More than 90% of the students, as well as the teachers and staff, are African American. But I thought this was really interesting on my page. I got this comment from a teacher who is in Australia. She says, speaking from my experience as a high school teacher in Australia, I have noticed and always find it interesting that when most teenagers, regardless of background, get their first quote unquote edgy styled haircut, a new attitude comes with it. Their behavior is often different, more confidence, sometimes less respectful, and they get a lot more attention, which can be distracting. Her school has no regulations on haircuts, and she's not saying what they did is right, but that could be why.
Yeah, and we don't know from the school perspective, why did you do this in the first place, right? Kids could have been acting a little bit jazzy with the new hair, right?
Lots of conversation about this one. We'll be right back.